I never imagined that on my very first day in this new world, I'd wake up completely paralyzed and somehow bind to a system. And the most ridiculous part? The first quest it gave me is to run 5 kilometers a day. 5 kilometers? I can't even move a single centimeter. Yi Qing lay flat on his bed, staring up at the peeling ceiling. He cursed that brain-dead system 800 times in his head. Before transmigrating, he was a model citizen. But now, he could only move his head. Everything below the neck was completely numb. The previous owner had even soiled the bed this morning from eating something bad. And I couldn't even feel it. Has anyone ever been more screwed from the start than me? Yi Dali walked over holding a lunchbox, rambling on and on incessantly. It's my fault for not heating up your food enough this morning. The weather is just too hot, it must have gone bad. For lunch, I bought you that Kung Pao chicken from your favorite spot. Let me tell you, my luck is insanely good today. Every delivery order I tried to grab went through perfectly. I've already knocked out 60 deliveries this morning. His voice echoed alone in the tiny room. I just lay there like a corpse, completely motionless. The memories of the original host told me that 3 years ago, his body suddenly failed him. Yi Dali had taken him to every major hospital in the country, but none of them could figure out the cause. It started with his limbs simply not listening to him. Then, he slowly lost all feeling, until he ended up completely paralyzed like this. Their money ran out, the house and business back in their hometown were sold off, but the illness remained a mystery. The original host had completely given up hope, but Yi Dali refused to give up. He kept me here in the capital, hustling for money, desperately begging experts for help. He tracked down traditional medicine masters, and reached out to all kinds of eccentric healers. As long as someone claimed they had a cure, Yi Dali would carry me there to try it out. Looking at this tiny, cramped room, barely 10 square meters, you could tell just how desperate things had gotten for us. Yi Dali finished feeding me and stood up. Full already? Alright, I'll finish the rest. What do you want for dinner? I'll pick it up on my way back. Actually, how about I cook that hometown-style eggplant for you tonight? You always loved that. I didn't say a single word back to him, but he didn't mind at all. He dumped his untouched box of rice into my leftover container, mixing it up with the Kung Pao chicken sauce with a spoon. He started wolfing it down in massive bites. He ate incredibly fast. In less than 2 minutes, he had completely devoured a box and a half of rice. I'm heading out. If you need anything, just tell Xiao Ai to call me. With that, he grabbed his delivery box, stepped out, and locked the door behind him. He hopped on his e-bike and rode out of the courtyard. I turned my head slightly, watching his back. My mind was screaming in frustration. How exactly did the previous owner die? That part was completely missing from my memory. But one thing was clear, even if I wanted to die right now, I couldn't. I can't even flinch. How am I supposed to off myself? Bite my own tongue? System loading complete. Welcome to the perfect life system. A healthy body is the foundation of greatness. Host, please run 5 kilometers every day. Completing your 5 kilometers will grant you 1 lucky draw. Time to get moving. Hearing that robotic voice chime in, I almost burst out laughing from pure rage. Are you kidding me, system? Look at me before you start talking. 5 kilometers? If I moved a single damn centimeter right now, it would be a medical miracle. Hey, system, can we talk about this? I sighed heavily. After trying to communicate with it for a while, I'm finally sure, this system is completely brain-dead. It can't even communicate. There's not even a newbie starter pack. If you asked me before I got this system, I really just wanted to die. But right now, I actually have the will to live. Moving 5 kilometers gets me 1 lottery draw. What kind of skills could I get? A chance to heal my body? What about money? There's no way I'm giving up without trying. The problem right now is, how do I finish this 5-kilometer distance? Do I have to walk it all by myself? Or, does it count if someone else carries me? At 8:30 that night, Yi Dali came back carrying meat and vegetables. The moment he walked through the door, he froze right in his tracks. The projector was actually on, and there I was, just watching TV. When Yi Dali bought this Xiao Ai smart speaker and projector, he was just terrified I'd be lonely at home all by myself. All I had to do was give a voice command, and the smart speaker would turn on the projector so I could watch TV. I could even use it to call him, but the original owner of this body hadn't turned it on a single time. Not even one phone call to him. I turned my head and looked right at him. Dad, you're back. Hurry up and make dinner. I'm starving." Hearing those words, Dolly's tears instantly came pouring down. He quickly forced a smile and nodded. "Ah, I'll get to it right away. It'll be ready in just a second." He didn't even bother to wipe the tears off his face. Dropping his delivery box, he grabbed the groceries and immediately started cooking on the rundown stove by the door. He had no idea what I had just been through, but he knew one thing. His child was finally willing to reach out to the world again, willing to talk to him. That was the greatest blessing of all. Yuan Shen hadn't spoken a single word for months. Dolly had broken down in private countless times, but he never, ever showed it in front of me. He was never a talkative man to begin with, but for the past few months, whenever he was around me, he just wouldn't stop talking. He just desperately wanted me to pull myself together. He just wanted me to talk to him, to show even a little spark of life. He used to think his son's spirit was completely dead, that even though his body was alive, his soul had already faded away. Dolly kept chopping away without a pause, turning his head every now and then to peek through the window at me watching the news. His eyes were absolutely overflowing with joy. As long as his son was willing to speak, as long as he stayed positive, maybe his condition could actually improve. Before long, dinner was ready. Dolly hurried over, carrying the bowls. "Here we go, fried eggplant and crispy pork. Ching, let me tell you, I just had a quick taste. I think I totally outdid myself today. It turned out incredibly delicious." He picked up a piece of eggplant with his chopsticks, coated in batter, deep fried, and tossed in the wok. He blew on it gently and brought it to my lips. "Careful, it's hot. Just take a tiny bite." I opened my mouth and tasted it. "It's good, really good." Dolly kept nodding, absolutely thrilled. "If you like it, eat as much as you want. Your old man is so happy today. I'm gonna go grab a drink, just a little bit." He turned around to get the alcohol. Even though he had quit drinking a long time ago, today he just had to celebrate. Staring at his back, I took a deep breath. "Dad, I want to go outside. Could you take me out for a walk?" Dolly whipped around instantly, completely frozen in place. His eyes grew red again. "All right, Dad will take you out. Take you out for a walk." After seeing this scene, I silently said to that idiotic system in my mind, 5 kilometers, right? I can't run, but I can have someone push me. It's just 5 kilometers. In this life, I won't just lie in bed anymore. I even drew a photographic memory skill. I stared at the lottery roulette in front of me that only I could see. My heart was pounding. The roulette was densely packed with options. Photographic memory, 1 Bitcoin, English mastery, computer hacking, mastery of basic financial knowledge. But what thrilled me the most were these words: 1% body recovery skill. And the functional recovery of my right index finger. As long as I can recover, even if only one finger can move, I can still do so much. Last night, I just casually mentioned that I wanted to go out for a walk. Dolly froze in place, his eyes wide open. "No problem. We'll head out right after we eat. Let me go find your old wheelchair." After saying that, he rushed out to rummage for the wheelchair, completely forgetting that he just said he wanted to drink some wine. "Dad, I'm hungry. How about we finish eating before you look for the wheelchair?" Only then did Dolly realize it, and looking a bit embarrassed, he came back to continue feeding me. Since I've been bedridden all year round, my body doesn't burn much energy, so I was full after just a few bites. Only then did Dolly pick up the bowl and finish my leftovers. This has been his habit for the past 3 years. I eat first, and then he finishes whatever I leave behind. After eating, he didn't rush to find the wheelchair. Instead, he started giving me a limb massage. After over 40 minutes, I didn't feel much. But he was covered in sweat. "Dad, it's been so hard on you these past few years." "It's not hard at all. As long as you can get better." Dad doesn't mind the hard work at all. A smile bloomed on his face, and he turned around to go look for the wheelchair. As he pushed me out the door, the neighbors in the shared courtyard all cast strange looks our way. "Oh, Dolly, taking Ching out for a stroll, huh?" "Yeah, just going out for a walk." Detected that the host has started moving. "Please persist in completing 5 kilometers. Moved distance, 10 meters. Hearing the system notification, I was so thrilled I almost shook my head. It actually works. "What's wrong?" "Nothing, Dad, I'm fine. I just haven't been out for so long. I'm just a little bit excited. If you like coming out, Dad will push you out for a walk every single day from now on." The doctors actually suggested you get out more before, but let's not talk about that anymore. Anyway, as long as you want to, it's absolutely no problem for Dad. He pushed me past a closed skewer shop. There used to be a restaurant right there. Their lamb skewers were pretty delicious. Those lamb skewers I used to buy for you, the ones you loved so much, were from that exact shop. But it suddenly closed down a little while ago, I don't know why. We then passed by a dollar store. There's a dollar store over there. A lot of the things in our house were bought from there. The boss is a nice guy. It's the third shop on the right inside that wet market. The lady selling vegetables is from our hometown. She often gives us some unsold veggies. Movement distance, 100 meters. Movement distance, 500 meters. Movement distance, 1 kilometer. The system's notification sound kept chiming. After walking for about 2 kilometers, I can't see any houses ahead. There aren't really any people living out that way anymore. Should we head back? It's getting too late today. If you want to go out for a walk, Dad will take you for a stroll in the park tomorrow. The Garden Expo Park isn't too far from here. I heard the scenery inside is quite beautiful. It's a big place, too. As we were approaching the intersection of our compound, I glanced at the system. I was still short by over 1 kilometer. I pointed in another direction. Can we walk a bit further that way? I don't want to go back this early. Sure, no problem. Do you want to go see the Lugo Bridge? Let's go then. As we neared the Lugo Bridge, the lottery draw button finally lit up. Dad, let's call it a day here. I don't feel like wandering around anymore. Let's go back. Yi Dali looked completely confused. We were clearly almost there. Why did I suddenly want to go back? He pushed me all the way home, carried me back onto the bed, and folded up the wheelchair. As he washed the dishes, he muttered to himself, the smile slowly fading from his face. He suddenly thought of a terrifying possibility. A few days ago, in his parent support group chat, a lady had left the group. He only found out after asking privately that her child couldn't bear the years of chronic pain. Got dressed up, went out, and threw themselves into a river. Could it be that Yi Qing was also thinking of ending it all? I had absolutely no idea what was going through Yi Dali's mind. All of my attention was entirely focused on the massive lottery roulette wheel right in front of me. At the center of the wheel was the draw button, surrounded by a densely packed sea of options. I stared intently at the words, 1% body recovery skill, and swallowed hard. With just a thought, I hit the draw button. The pointer spun furiously. Stop, stop, stop. The pointer lazily glided right past the 1% body recovery skill, kept moving forward, and landed squarely on photographic memory. I was so mad I wanted to swear. I missed it by just that tiny bit. But after I calmed down, I suddenly realized something. This skill might be far more useful than I imagined. All those movies, TV shows, songs, and novels from my past life. Thanks to this photographic memory, they were all clearly imprinted in my mind. I could bring them into this world. It was just too hard on Yi Dali taking care of me. Because of my illness, he couldn't take any jobs that were too far away from me. He could only deliver food and work odd jobs. 90% of the money he earned went straight into my treatment and rehab. The rest was barely enough for the two of us to scrape by. If I could use these memories to make some money, our lives would improve, and Yi Dali wouldn't have to be so exhausted anymore. At a little past 5 in the morning, Yi Dali quietly got out of bed. He first helped me change my adult diaper and cleaned my body. Then silently slipped out the door. I was completely oblivious to all of this. I had absolutely zero sensation in my own body. By the time I woke up, it was already around 9 o'clock, and the curtains were still drawn. Yi Dali isn't back yet. Shall I open the curtains? The moment the sunlight flooded in, I squinted my eyes. The weather is beautiful, a perfect, breezy day. Just like my future, even though I still don't know what will happen. But at least there's a glimmer of light now. I lay in bed, staring at the projection on the ceiling, quickly running through the question bank I had just reviewed. This show, Stand to the End, wasn't a big hit in my previous life, but it seems way more popular in this world. What it tests is your sheer knowledge reserve, and this skill of having a photographic memory is practically tailor-made for it. You help me open Stand to the End, filling out the Challenger application form and submitting it, all done in one smooth go. I'm pretty damn sure I'll get accepted, just based on my current condition. Completely paralyzed, with only my head able to move. I can't move a single other muscle. Honestly, as long as the show's director isn't completely brain dead, they'll definitely pick me. Bringing out this kind of gimmick would absolutely blow up their ratings. By a little before 3 p.m. that afternoon, I received a reply from the production team. Stand to the end? What kind of show is that? You better watch it closely. What do you get if you win? Do they give you cold hard cash, or what? Nah, they don't give cash. They give out prizes, like travel packages, or the rights to use certain things. Plus the glory, of course. Man, this show is stingy as hell. They won't even shell out a dime. Well, it's not totally without money. As long as you defend your title for 3 episodes, you can snag a $200,000 a year salary at a think tank. If you just defend the title, it's $100,000 a year. Stick it out for 6 episodes, and it doubles to $400,000. Yeah, doubles to $400,000. Holy crap, Ching actually made it. Boss, I need to take 3 days off next week. What, are you taking Ching to see that specialist again? No, not this time. Ching signed up for something. He successfully signed up for the Stand to the End show. We're going to film it next Wednesday. Yep, Ching successfully signed up. I've gotta take him to Jinling next week. The boss and the delivery guys nearby were completely dumbfounded. After I got home, he asked me while making dinner. Are you still going out today? Go out? Yeah, I want to go out for a walk every single day from now on. Of course I want to get out of here. Walking 5 kilometers a day gets me 1 chance at the prize draw. Who knows, I might just draw an option to heal my body. I want to get better so damn bad. Even though I've been studying all day, this feeling of only being able to move my head is absolute torture. As we were finishing up dinner, boom, a huge clap of thunder, and the rain started pouring down. It was coming down in buckets. Looks like going for a stroll today is out of the question. Today is totally messed up. Looks like I can't go out today. With rain this heavy, if I catch a cold, it'll be a massive headache. Man, such heavy rain. Definitely can't go out. Getting sick would be awful. Catching a cold would really be trouble. Seems like today is a bust. Getting sick would suck. Let's just wait and see if the rain stops. Looks like today. Yeah, catching a cold would be the worst. I turned my head to glance at the window. The rain was beating against the glass, streaming down the panes. It's just that this rain was unexpectedly heavy. It poured for an hour without showing a single sign of stopping. Ding! Detected that the host cannot complete the 5-kilometer task due to weather conditions. Specially unlocking the consciousness movement function. The host may now move within the consciousness space. However, the required movement distance is multiplied by 10. Please complete the 50-kilometer consciousness movement task as soon as possible. Seeing this prompt, my face was full of sheer surprise. I thought the daily 5 kilometers had to be done in the real world. I never expected the system to be so considerate, letting me get it done right in my mind. In a flash, the ceiling right in front of my eyes completely vanished. What caught my eye was a wide, open road, with endless rows of trees lining both sides. I looked down, and realized I actually had a body. I excitedly started doing all sorts of moves right there on the spot. For over a day now, I've been stuck lying there, only able to turn my head from side to side. It was driving me completely crazy. After the excitement wore off, I started walking down the road. The system only asked for movement distance. It didn't specify whether to walk or run, so I figured walking would do just fine. But once I actually started walking, I realized the system totally played me. I thought moving in my mind wouldn't drain my energy. But in reality, here, I could feel every single ache in my body. I could feel the impact of my feet hitting the ground with every step. I could feel my muscles getting sore from walking too long. After 3 kilometers, my calves started aching and turning to jelly. I wobbled around, panting heavily. Could anything be worse than being completely paralyzed and stuck in bed? It's just 50 kilometers, right? No big deal. Let's just get it done. With that, I broke into a run. On this endless road, there was a clear marker every single kilometer. By 20 kilometers, my legs felt too heavy to lift. By 30 kilometers, I couldn't even feel my legs anymore. They were just moving like a machine. 40 kilometers, I thought I was going to die. My whole body was shutting down. Every breath felt like inhaling sparks. Every inch of me was screaming in pain. My vision was blurring. At 43 kilometers, I wasn't even running anymore. I was moving slower than a walk. By 46 kilometers, the whole world was spinning. 49 kilometers. Congratulations to the host for completing the 50-kilometer quest. You have earned one lucky draw. When I opened my eyes, I was back in my rented room. Staring right back at the ceiling. Xiao Ai. Hey, Xiao Ai. What time is it? The time is now 10:17 p.m. I just ran 50 kilometers in my mind. And not even a minute has passed in the real world. That's amazing. Wait, not even a minute? Gotta love the system. Seriously, no time passed? The system is incredible. I stared at the lucky draw wheel that popped up in front of me. The options to restore my body functions were still there. Draw. Let's draw. Looking at the options on the wheel this time, I noticed there were way more recovery options than last time. As the spinning pointer started to slow down, my heart leapt into my throat. Come on, just a little bit more. Watching the pointer inch closer and closer, I couldn't hold back a gasp. The pointer did exactly what I was praying for, ticking over bit by bit, landing right on the option to restore my right index finger. Ah! I can finally see a tiny glimmer of hope for my recovery. Meanwhile, outside, Yi Dali, who was leaning over, digging out the drain with his bare hands, suddenly froze. He stood up and rushed back inside. The moment he pushed the door open, he saw me lying on the bed. I was smiling so happily that tears were streaming down my face. He immediately hurried over, dropping to one knee right by the bed, and asked, Ching. Ching, what's wrong? Right hand. My right index finger can move. Really? Really? Try moving it. Let me see. Come on, move it again. Let Dad see. Yi Dali was way more excited than I was. He immediately grabbed my hand and told me to move my finger. After seeing that the finger really could move slightly under my control, this 40-year-old grown man started crying like a baby. Ha ha ha. For 3 years, he had poured in endless effort and spent all of his savings. He had met with countless experts and scammers, and visited countless hospitals. He tried every possible method, thinking his handsome son would be stuck lying in a bed forever. But now, there was actually a turning point. He was just so incredibly happy. Dad, you've worked so hard these past 3 years. No, it wasn't hard at all. As long as you can get better. No matter how much I have to endure, Dad doesn't mind. Son, let's go to the hospital. We're going to the hospital right now. Let those doctors take a good look. Let's see if your condition is actually getting better. See if there's a cure. Dad. They said before that they couldn't find the cause, and nothing they tried worked. But now that there are signs of improvement, they should be able to figure something out. Come on, let's go right now. Dad. What's wrong? It's too late right now. The doctors at the hospital have already gotten off work. Besides, it's pouring rain outside. Even if we wanted to go, we couldn't. There's no rush for this. Since I'm showing signs of improvement, maybe I'll just slowly recover on my own. There's no need to rush to the hospital. Plus, going to the hospital would just be a waste of time. They couldn't find the cause before, and they won't be able to find it now either. I really don't want to go back there. Because I honestly don't know if those doctors find out my body is recovering, what kind of crazy experiments they might want to do on me. Right. We can't go right now. We'll go to Qing Hospital tomorrow. We still have to go, though. Now that you're getting better, we absolutely have to let the doctors take a look. What if they have a way to cure you now? Maybe it's because some of the previous treatments finally started working, but Yi Dali didn't share my concerns. Even though the doctors hadn't found the cause before, and completely failed to cure me. He still believed they were the top professionals. Saying that, Yi Dali dug out the phone number of a specialist he had saved and gave the specialist a call. Looking at Yi Dali, frantically explaining to the specialist on the phone about how my finger could move, I knew this was completely unavoidable. After hanging up the phone, looking at me, lying silent on the bed, "You don't need to worry about the money. We haven't spent much money these past few months. I've still managed to save up a little bit. As long as you get better, Dad can always pick up some night shifts as a designated driver. Dad is still young, I can still work." The words Yi Dali said with a smile made my heart ache unbearably. Dad is still young? He's a man in his 40s, but he looks so old. He looks at least 10 years older. As for money, the game show, Who's Still Standing? The production team said, as long as I defend my title for 3 episodes, I can get a 200,000 salary. If I defend it for 6 episodes, that doubles to 400,000. Right now, this might just be the absolute fastest way for me to get my hands on that kind of money. I have to get that money. Early the next morning, Yi Dali carried me out and gently placed me in my wheelchair. He pushed me out of the courtyard, and after more than an hour, we arrived at the 301 hospital. Seeing my improvement, the specialist first asked me to try and move my fingers. Once he confirmed it wasn't just Yi Dali's imagination, he had the nurses take me for a whole series of tests. Well, this is definitely a good sign. However, some of the test results might not be ready today. You'll need to wait for those to come back before we make any conclusions. Also, you really need to think back. What exactly have you been feeding him for his recovery lately? We need to know. We have to figure out what exactly triggered such a clear sign of improvement. This could really help us understand and research his condition. All the money Yi Dali brought had turned into a massive pile of medical bills. I know your family's situation. It's just like I mentioned before. If you two are willing to cooperate with us and let us study his condition, I can secure some funding to compensate you under our research budget. On top of that, a huge portion of these test and treatment fees can be waived. We really appreciate your kindness, doctor, but let's just pass on that. I knew exactly how I was recovering. Even if these specialists sliced me up for a microscope, they wouldn't find a single thing. Besides, I had absolutely no intention of being someone's lab rat. You should really think about it, Ching. Yi Dali, on the other hand, was actually a bit tempted. This specialist had brought it up before, and so had other doctors, but I had refused every single time. Dad, I want to go home now. Doctor, let me talk to him. Doctor, I'll try to talk some sense into him. I'll talk to him again tomorrow, when we come back. We'll come back tomorrow once the rest of the test results are out. Alright, see you tomorrow. After saying that, he pushed my wheelchair and we left the hospital. All the way home, Yi Dali kept trying to convince me, but I didn't say a single word back. That just left Yi Dali feeling incredibly frustrated. After he finally left the room, I looked at the new lottery draw attempts I had just earned. Without a second thought, I activated the draw. After all, the trip from our rented place to the hospital was way over 5 kilometers. I honestly never expected that taking the bus and the subway would actually be counted towards the 5-kilometer system milestone. The lottery wheel's pointer spun rapidly, blurring past option after option. Slowly, the pointer started to lose its momentum, hovering over options I had never even dreamed of getting. Strong physique, level 39 stomach, truth card, 1 million gold, before it finally stopped. I'm completely paralyzed. What the hell am I supposed to do with a Math Master skill? Math Master activated. When facing any mathematical problem, you can always get a hint for your next step. It seems pretty useless, though. What a waste of a chance. I glanced at the time. It was 1:30 in the afternoon. I had Xiao Ai turn on the computer and went back to grinding questions for stand to the end. This determines whether I can secure an annual salary of 200,000 within a short period. So I have to take this job seriously. At 2:30, Yi Dali came home. How are you holding up? Are you feeling any signs of recovery in your body today? Dad, if I could really recover that fast, I'd be up and running in just a few days. Ha ha ha, you're right. I was just being too impatient. It's just, we finally see a glimmer of hope, you know? Take your time, take your time. No rush at all, as long as you're recovering little by little, that's all that matters. I really was too anxious. Yi Dali scratched the back of his head and laughed out loud. He really was too eager about this whole thing. After finishing his meal, Yi Dali immediately hopped on his electric bike and headed out again. Knowing that I actually had a chance to recover, he was now completely fired up. After studying for an hour, combined with having a full stomach, I really didn't feel like looking at any more questions. Got any math problems? I was just browsing around online when a help thread caught my eye, and I couldn't help but click on it. Help, are there any math experts out there? WeChat. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. I have a math problem. I wondered, could my math master skill actually come in handy right now? Except, once I opened it and saw the question, I realized this definitely wasn't some elementary school math problem. What the heck is this? But amazingly enough, as my eyes skimmed over the problem, the next step to solve it naturally popped right into my mind. Since I had nothing else to do anyway, I went ahead and posted my own answer right under that help thread, user 202308879. This thread was super popular. The moment my answer went up, someone immediately replied below, user 12140. Even though I don't understand a thing. But you wrote a lot. Another reply said, I don't understand yours either. So I'll just assume you're right too. Seeing these kinds of funny replies, I chuckled, closed the thread, and kept surfing the web. Meanwhile, a sophomore from the mathematics department at Jingcheng Qingmu University saw a notification pop up on his phone. I also believe what that person said. I believe they'll help you find the evidence. Someone actually replied. Joe Shuo clicked open the thread and took a look. His expression instantly changed. He had posted this thread partly because he had been studying this math problem for a long time and just couldn't figure it out. And he wanted to see if anyone online could help. Joe Shuo immediately ran to the research lab, took out his phone, and pulled up the answer provided by the user, born toward the sun. Holding it right in front of his senior, Pei Ming. Joe Shuo, what were you thinking, posting this on the internet? And you actually leaked our exact problem-solving steps? Do you have any idea what kind of consequences this will cause? Although the project they were researching wasn't exactly a top-secret major one, casually posting the core math problem online before getting any final results was absolutely forbidden. Everyone in the entire lab looked over at them. This was a very serious leak of confidential information. Joe Shuo was suddenly completely at a loss for words. He hadn't thought that much about it. He just wanted to show off how smart he was. He didn't consider any of this at all. When exactly did you post this? Take this down from the internet right now. And hand over the lab keys. Hand over the computer, too. You can only take it back after we've checked and deleted everything on it. I never want to see you in this project group again. It's not like that, senior. I'll get lost. Joe Shuo opened his mouth, hoping to find someone to speak up for him. But as he looked around the lab, he realized everyone was glaring at him. He had no choice but to lower his head and leave. After Joe Shuo left, Pei Ming furiously smashed something from the desk hard onto the floor. He picked up the phone to look, and realized it was Joe Shuo's phone. In it 42, and on the phone screen, LUO, Hyatt U Satan, and on the phone screen, was exactly a solution regarding their math algorithm problem. Hey, this actually looks like it could work. With just a quick glance, he realized that this person's logic made a lot of sense. And this angle of approach was something they had never even thought of before. Born towards the sun. Step 2, Farch Condal solution. Solution TX equals question mark. Old sun, come over here. What's wrong? A equals I equals PA. Let's calculate using this method. 3 hours later, Pei Ming and Old Sun in the lab were both looking incredibly excited. Equals FAU, R plus equals CN, X 210 is not equal to Z. C equals AE equals. A equals QY equals. It really works. We actually figured it out. This person called Born Towards the Sun is an absolute genius. Pei Ming, do you think he might be one of the professors from our school's math department? Doesn't look like it. I've already consulted all the professors in our math department, and no one could come up with a solution. Target Q3. RACKOLONI. I never thought that, being completely paralyzed, I'd give off this frail, tragic beauty vibe. Anyone who looks at me ends up crying buckets of tears. How do you actually know how to do this? Aren't you? Why you? I'm just paralyzed, not brain dead. Even though I haven't been able to move these past few years, I could still study. I could still read a lot of things. When I had time, I even studied some English. There's no need to make such a fuss over it. Yes. It was my ignorance. Godfather, please, you've gotta help me out here. Hey, alright. It's not that big of a deal anyway. I'll just translate it for you. Yeah, not bad at all. With your level of English, you could totally take on translation gigs. How about I ask my classmates? If they have any, you can translate for them. You are way more professional than those guys who charge 400. I think you should charge 600 to 800. Sure thing, I can translate it. But there's an issue with this cloud dictation app, so editing it is a bit inconvenient. That's not a problem at all. I can just help you out when the time comes. At noon, Yi Dali didn't buy groceries to cook himself, but instead went to a restaurant and brought back a few dishes. After eating, he left right away. Joe Warner stayed until past 3 in the afternoon. I'm heading out. I'll come see you again tomorrow. They only left after helping me get cleaned up one more time. Leaving the house just past 5 in the morning, and only getting back after midnight. Because of this, there was no way for me to go out and finish my 5 kilometers for the day. Inside my mindscape, I gritted my teeth and pushed myself to keep running forward. I had already run 36 kilometers, with 14 kilometers left to go. But I felt like my legs didn't even belong to me anymore. Returning to reality, the very first thing I did was open the lottery wheel. It seems like this time around, the wheel has a lot more body recovery options. The lottery needle spun rapidly, before slowly coming to a halt. Aura. Sickly beauty. Anyone who possesses this aura will make others feel an inexplicable sense of pity, unable to resist the urge to tenderly care for them. Bro, you really went out of your way for me. If I could just cough up a little blood to go with it, then it would be absolutely perfect. System, get your ass out here. Why don't you take a damn good look at me? I am a man bursting with absolute masculine energy. Do you really think a fragile aura like this suits me? Yi Cheng, age, 19, physical condition, only functional from the neck up. Staring at the information displayed by the system, I was left completely speechless. Yi Dali came home very late. When he got back, it was just like always. He didn't turn on the lights, using only the faint glow of his phone to wash up in the dark before coming over to clean me up. But the moment he walked up to my bed, seeing me, his heart suddenly gave a painful clench. My poor Ching. He had no idea why, but returning home today, seeing me sleeping there with my eyes closed, that fragile, delicate aura surrounding me made his heart ache unbearably. It's Dad's fault. Dad is so useless. If only I had enough money. Maybe I could have had you cured a long time ago. You could be going to school, going out on dates, chasing after girls, and freely breaking a sweat on the field. The more he looked at me, the deeper his guilt became. Tears began welling up in his eyes. Right then, I woke up, only to see Yi Dali standing right there, his eyes brimming with tears. Dad, you're back? What's going on? It's nothing. I just suddenly felt like I failed you so much. Dad is just useless. Why are you bringing this up all of a sudden? I've never once thought you were useless. If it weren't for you, I probably would have died along. But I completely forgot about the sickly beauty aura radiating from me. Only then did it hit me, the aura I had drawn from the system yesterday. Is the effect of this damn thing really this strong? What do I do now? I quickly turned my head away so he couldn't see my face. Thankfully, that actually worked. Yi Dali's emotions rapidly stabilized. What's gotten into me today? Why am I crying so easily? He muttered. Early the next morning, the doorbell rang. Yi Dali hurriedly got up to answer it, but as he glanced over at me, his heart violently clenched all over again. My poor Ching. Why do I keep having these depressing thoughts these past 2 days? He wondered. Meanwhile, as someone who has been paralyzed for 3 years, the system had forced this tragic Lin Daiyu aura onto me, but I knew the truth perfectly well. I was just biding my time to unleash my ultimate move. At 11:40 a.m., Joe Warner called. Yi Ching, are you awake? I got a translation gig for you at my university. It's also computer related, $500, due tomorrow. After class this afternoon, I'll come over to find you. Sure. $500 is still money, so of course I wouldn't refuse. At noon, Yi Dali came back to feed me, but as soon as he saw me, especially when he looked at my face, he couldn't help but feel heartbroken. Here, open your mouth. Why didn't he act like this before? And why now? Dad, you don't need to rush back tonight. Joe Warner said. She'll come over after her afternoon classes. Doesn't Joe Warner have classes today? Why is she coming over? I helped her translate an English article on Saturday. She said people usually pay for this kind of work, so she hooked me up with a translation gig at her school. $500 for one article. You helped Joe Warner translate? Even though Yi Chingy's English was decent back in school, Joe Warner is a college student. Is college English the same as high school? How could a high school dropout translate for a college student? Could it be that Joe Warner just wants to help us, but feels that handing over cash directly isn't appropriate? So she came up with this excuse? Even though I'm paralyzed, I have no problem reading. I've taught myself quite a few things over the years. I'm actually pretty capable when it comes to English. That's great, learning is great. Knowledge changes your destiny. The money you make translating just one article is worth me busting my ass outside all day. Ha ha ha. After Yi Dali left, I knew Joe Warner was coming over tonight, and translating wouldn't be finished in just a short time. Figured I should finish today's 50-kilometer run first. Entering my consciousness space, I slowly started jogging. After 2 long-distance runs, I finally understood. That if I want to endure, I have to pace myself. I can't just sprint like crazy right at the start just because I feel energetic. Otherwise, I'd need a massive break later just to continue. By the time I hit the 50-kilometer mark, I was so exhausted I didn't want to move a single muscle. I should have waited for Jo Warner to get here, and let her tag along for my 5-kilometer run. I really shouldn't have chosen this. I actually drew a vocal mimicry skill. Yi Ching shook his head. I ran those 50 kilometers for nothing. Out of all those recovery options, I just had to draw the most useless one. I'm here. I brought you a cup of milk tea and some fried chicken legs from the gate. Do you want some? I'll pass on the chicken, but I'll drink the milk tea. Give me a sec to catch my breath before you feed it to me. Looking at Yi Chingyi's current state, Jo Warner's heart suddenly softened for some reason. He must be in so much agony like this. What's wrong? Nothing's wrong, Ching. I'll come visit you more often from now on. Her voice was incredibly gentle. It was a tone Yi Ching had never heard from her before. Damn this system, I didn't want this delicate aura. I wanted a macho aura. Could you stop using that overly sweet cutesy voice? It's giving me goosebumps. Just talk normally. I still prefer your tomboy side. Why do I feel like you're a bit different today? When you're quiet, you totally give off fragile damsel vibes. HMPH. How should I know? I don't even know what I look like anymore. Oh, by the way, I'll take this translation back with me. I need to head out tomorrow. It'll take a few days. Heading out for a few days? Are you going to the hospital? No. I signed up for Who's Still Standing. The show records the day after tomorrow, so we're setting off for Jinling tomorrow. You signed up for Who's Still Standing? Is that really true? It's true. The round-trip tickets and hotel are all handled by the production team. I never would have imagined that after being paralyzed for 3 years, I'd actually become the show's trump card just by using my mouth. Ching, you're awake. How are you feeling? Are you ready for the recording? Don't worry, I'm going to take home the 3-episode Defending Champion Grand Prize. That's the spirit, haha. After eating breakfast, he changed me into a handsome outfit and carried me into my wheelchair. We took the bus and transferred to the subway. By the time we reached the high-speed rail station, it was already 11:30. From the capital to Jinling takes 3.5 hours. We finally arrived. The production team sent someone to the platform to pick me up, holding up a giant sign. Mr. Yi Dali and Mr. Yi Ching, right? Just call me Xiao Sun. We have a car waiting outside. Let me take you both to the hotel first. Then you can grab some dinner, and head over to the station to meet the director. We'll go over the process. Does that sound good? As he spoke, he couldn't help but keep sizing me up. Have you guys been to Jinling before? Yes, we came here for medical treatments in the past. That building over there is our TV station, and the hotel is the one right next to it. Xiao Sun brought us into the TV station. Producer Zhao Qingyang heard a knock on the door, happily stood up, and walked over to shake hands. I'm so sorry, I can't shake your hand. It suddenly dawned on him. Oh man, my bad. He shook hands with Yi Dali behind me. Welcome to our show. We've been looking forward to you coming. You're too kind. With your physical condition, appearing on a variety show is definitely going to be a huge talking point. You'll be the ratings guarantee for this episode. I've watched a lot of episodes before, and I really enjoy it. So I thought I'd give it a try. We'd like to test your knowledge base first. He took me into the studio, right to the contestants' podium. Ching, what areas are you good at? Well, basically, I'm good at everything. History, humanities, nature, I dabble in all of it. Zhao Qingyang felt I was being a bit cocky. I have a lot of free time, and I can't really do anything else. Every day I just read all sorts of things, so I've learned a bit of everything. And I remember quite a bit, too. Hearing this, Zhao Qingyang felt he shouldn't have judged me like that. Such a good kid, it's pitiful enough being so sick. When the others on set saw me, their hearts couldn't help but ache a little for me. The big screen started displaying questions. How many people in history were given the title of Marquis of Champion? A. 1. B. 2. C. 3. D. 4. I choose D. 4. Oh, choose A, choose B, choose C, choose A, choose A, choose D. There were 30 questions in total, and I didn't hesitate on a single one. Wait, isn't he unable to move his hands or feet? This Yi Ching actually has some real skills. After the test, Zhao Qingyang was genuinely impressed by the sheer depth of my knowledge. A fully paralyzed patient who can only move his head, yet never stopped studying through all those days of being trapped in his own body. What an incredibly inspiring story. If you could just pull off a winning streak for a few episodes, then the show is going to have some truly legendary moments. Fantastic job, Qing. You completely blew my expectations out of the water. He stepped forward, instinctively reaching out to shake my hand again. It was only when he got right up to me that he realized how insensitive it was, and he awkwardly pulled his hand back. Don't mind me. You just always make me completely forget about your condition.